Hi folks, this is CNB. I'm Siddharth Vinayak Partnkar. Welcome to a brand new episode. We have all the details coming up from the 12th Auto Expo here in the nation's capital. But before we begin with all our coverage, there was some news that shook all of us and hit us pretty hard just a few days ago. It's news of the loss of a friend, of someone who you trusted, who you turned to for advice. And for me in particular, I can tell you that this is something that's been pretty devastating. Yes, we have lost Carl Slim as an industry, as people who knew him well. I can tell you a very close friend as well. And I wanted to start today by paying tribute to a man who definitely made a big difference to what has happened here as far as the landscape goes for the Indian automobile industry. As a friend, as a professional, we shall miss him. And so, which is why all of us at CNB wanted to pay tribute, salute a man who was special and who we would have liked to have shared this time at the Expo with. So, to you, Carl.
It was a special preview before the Expo where Tata Motors unveiled the much-anticipated Zest compact sedan and Bolt hatchback. This was just step one of a grand plan for the company undertaken by Carl Slim, and we certainly would have loved to see him unveiling these cars.
The part that really gets me is the face, because it looks a lot more contemporary. It looks a lot more ready for action as well. You've got daytime running lights, which is a completely new thing when you think about Tata. And then there's the new family grille. The way that this tail lamp cluster has been designed, it's got LED lighting, but it's not just that, it's just the way that it all comes together. To me, it's probably the most attractive part of the new design, because it takes away from the fact that it's a stubby boot. It takes away from the fact that this is a sub 4-meter car. It looks a lot more premium as a result.
The company is positioning these cars as more premium than the Indica Vista and the Indigo Manza, and showcases an all-new designed premium interior along with new performance-oriented engines. The Zest and Bolt will be powered by a new Revertron 1.2T petrol engine, and the diesel variant of the Zest will have the F-Tronic 5-speed automated manual transmission, the first such diesel car in its class. A new advanced ABS and more sensitive power steering round things off. Significantly, Tata says the cars will meet global car safety norms. The cars will be in the market by the second half of 2014, and pricing details will be revealed only then. It's the season of the subcompact. Ford unveiled the Figo compact sedan concept, and this global debut revealed its intentions to foray into the sub 4-meter sedan segment. The company is not revealing any launch plans for this compact sedan concept, built on the same platform as the EcoSport. Of course, the next generation Figo hatch will share the same underpinnings.
4,000 millimeters is the brief, but where do you cut from that? That was really up to us. So rather than shaving everything off of the back, we chose to take a little bit off of the front, a little bit off of the rear, which gave us wheels to the corner. So it made the area between the wheels, which is the occupant space, look much bigger.
Yet another major sub 4-meter sedan launch is from Hyundai, which unveiled the India-specific Accent compact sedan. Based on the Grand i10 platform, the Accent will be available in petrol and diesel. Both automatic and manual transmissions will be available too. Hyundai plans to launch the sedan in the last week of March and will take on the Honda Amaze and the Maruti Swift Dzire. Prices at launch, of course.
All the action with the new cars and bikes is definitely kicking things up a notch. Now this is the car in question, the Celerio. It was anticipated. Maruti said it would launch at the Expo, and it's done just that. And it's also surprised with the prices, because let me let you into the car really quickly. And well, that's where the little surprise package resides. You've got an auto gear shift, as Maruti calls it, which is priced at 4,29,000 and 4,59,000 rupees for the LXI and VXI variants respectively. Why is that significant? It becomes one of the cheapest automatic cars in the market. It's a need that this company and of course Tata Motors, Hyundai and a whole lot of others, even like Mahindra, are looking at in a big way, because the kind of city traffic we have, they say that people will want the convenience of automatic, but they don't want the cost associated with automatic. This is now going to be replacing the A-Star in our market as well over the next few months. The Honda Jazz is a car that's always impressed us because it's a true hot hatch. It's big on space and yet it's decently fun to drive. This one is something I can't wait to drive. Take a quick look at the cabin as well. Come on in and take a look at the cabin. It's dark and it's got lots of shades of grey and black. So we're not quite sure if that's the kind of cabin that will make it to the Indian Jazz, but we'll wait for that. Styling on the car is nice and bold. The car looks big, and I think that's going to be its big attribute, that it looks ample. It will share engines and transmissions with the city when it arrives.
There's also good news for serious gamers and aspiring racers in India, as Nissan has brought the GT Academy program to India. Participants will need to showcase their racing skills on the PlayStation 3 Gran Turismo racing game. These live gaming events will also be hosted in 5 cities across India, and after intense qualifying sessions, 6 contestants will finally be chosen to participate in the international race camp at Silverstone in the UK. Nissan is also busy with rollout plans for its Datsun brand, which will make its first global market entry in India in March. The Go is powered by the same 1.2-litre 3-cylinder unit that does duty in the Micra, with the same tuning spec as the one in the Micra Active, with power coming in at 70 bhp. Datsun also showed us the 7-seated Ertiga rival, the Go Plus, and this hot little concept called Ready Go, which will likely result in a smaller car to rival the Alto 800 and Hyundai Eon. Speaking of concepts, it's time to look at subcompact SUVs.
The big attention really is on the Adra concept from Chevrolet. It's a bit of a surprise because what everybody had assumed all this while was that the Trax compact SUV would come to India. It is now ruled out. We've got this from the management, and you would look at something like this, which should head in to our market, but not in a hurry, because at this point, as you can see, this is just a concept. The name comes from rock in Sanskrit, so it's nice to see a little Indian connect, and it's got the typical SUV proportions going on. It's nice and square around here, which you don't really see in the market these days, right? Most of the time you see curved coupe-like lines. This is different because it gives you a very different greenhouse as well. Yes, folks, this is sub 4 meters, so it's been designed for India. At the back, nice attractive tail lamp cluster. It's got a little depth to it. Chevrolet logos embedded inside as well, and then the name Adra at the back as well. Not before 2017 perhaps is what we are hearing.
We understand that we haven't been successful in the past year. We have to admit this, and we have to learn out of the failures, which we have done.
The Volkswagen Tiguan is one car that would sell like hotcakes if it were to be launched. VW has shown the concept to gauge market response.
Yes, it is confirmed. This vehicle will come to India. What is not confirmed is just when, because productionizing it is not going to be easy. Currently, this concept sits on the Up platform, which is not the same as the Polo or the Vento. and which is why, of course, like I said, it will take some time to productionize it. Now, in terms of size and shape and attribute, it is very much the subcompact SUV. In the face, though, is where you see the typical VW DNA, and yet there's a little modern twist to it, the way the headlamp cluster has been styled, and the VW grille up front, still complemented, though, by some nice sharp lines, so it gives you a nice impression of athleticism, good build quality, and a reasonable amount of interior space.
And this, the hot new Hyundai Santa Fe that has debuted at 26.3 lakhs for the two-wheel drive manual transmission.
It's got to be one of the hottest launches here at the Auto Expo, not just because it's dressed in this wonderful red, but because it's just so significant. The GLA is the compact crossover SUV from Mercedes-Benz that will arrive in our market this year. Yes, that's confirmed. Behind me there you can see the rest of the range dressed in white and silver, and which is why it's nice to see this car stand out in red. Now, what is special about this car? Quick look on the interiors tells you that of course, it's designed and looks very much a Mercedes-Benz in terms of its overall fit and finish. But take a look at the space in the back. That's where it gets interesting, because it is reasonably spacious, isn't it? You look at it from the outside, you don't think it's going to be too spacious. And a little quick peek at the boot space. We got the guys from Mercedes-Benz India to specifically open this car up for us. It's been kept locked otherwise, so a nice little sneak peek for you. Now, the Mercedes-Benz stand is not just special for the GLA, it's also the CLA, but you know what? It's back there in that crowd somewhere. You can't even see it, so a quick glimpse of that car before we sign off from the Mercedes-Benz stand.
Jaguar has brought this hot F-Type coupe, and the Land Rover stand has the long wheelbase Range Rover that has been confirmed for India.
People are going to want to see is the A3. Tell us about that. What's the launch strategy around it? What's the kind of position you're looking for in the market with it?
Well, I think one of the strengths we've had here in India is we've always brought products that the customer's been asking for. And we're convinced that the sedan version in this segment is what the customer's asking for. And we think we've got it absolutely right.
Given what happened with the Q3, Joe, I have to ask, would you be able to give us enough of these?
Lord, that's one of the discussions we had already that we're pushing. I mean, the response has been fantastic. We've had an expression of interest campaign where we see that there will be a short supply. So during Auto Expo, here at the stand and also around the dealer network, people can register their interest, and they'll be the ones who'll be offered the car for sale first when it comes in the market mid-year. In the first 24 hours, we've had more than 2,000 registrations of interest. So I think it already shows that there's an enormous demand for the car. And we share that with our EAG and we push, but the car's been doing brilliantly around the world, so it's going to be a challenge, but we'll do our best.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Thank you so much, because when we showed the car on the show the first time, yeah, we got lots of responses as well. So good luck to you with that, and
thank you very
all
much,
the very best with the whole year ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for speaking to us, Joe.
Thanks.
Good to see you. All right, so lots of interest then around the A3. I can tell you I'm really interested in this car as well. A really nice sense of style that exudes from this concept, besides the technology that you would expect from the Germans. Time for a short break here on CNB. We are back with lots more.
lots of fun and action here at the Auto Expo. The Hero stunt team performing right now. And as you can see, the stunts are really wowing the crowd here. We're cheering them all here now. Also, we saw a lot of interesting launches inside the halls. So let's go take a look at them.
Harley-Davidson has the promised Street 750, possibly the hottest bike launch at the Expo.
Right, the Street 750 from Harley-Davidson is the first bike that the company will be manufacturing completely outside of the United States. It will be made here in India. Its other twin variant, the 500, and this bike will both be exported from India for sales in Europe as well. So that's significant news that came from Harley a few months ago. But now we get to see the actual bike. It is drawing in all the crowds and all the interest here at the Expo. This one is a big one because it also brings the price point down for the first time for the brand. This bike is priced at 4,10,000 rupees. And of course you can take the basic bike, if you want to call it that, or you can soup it up by throwing in some parts and accessories, as they call it, and make it look a little bit more deadly.
Triumph, meanwhile, unveiled the Daytona 675 to further beef up its India portfolio. Hyosung, meanwhile, has brought in the Aquila 250, priced at 2,69,000 rupees. Niche bike maker Vardenchi is showing us the T5, powered by a Moto Morini engine. Also on the stand is the Moto Morini Gran Passo. Honda will initially import and then make the powerful CBR 650F in India. The bike has a 650cc 4-cylinder engine with a 6-speed gearbox. Also on this stand is the Activa 125. Now on to Bajaj, where you can see this.
Pulsar CS400, as you can see, an extremely attractive design. One of the showstoppers here at the Auto Expo. This is among the new cruising range of bikes that's coming up from Bajaj, and it shares the same platform as the KTM 390 Duke. The same engine, the same chassis, and as you can see from the crowds gathered around here, one of the more popular bikes here at the Auto Expo.
Across the aisle at Hero is a massive display with a flurry of new launches and future products.
Right, you're back with us here at the Expo, and I can tell you our whole team is out here all over the place to get you all the details, and you can now see the kind of crowds that are coming in. The public cars have begun here at the India Expo Mart in Greater Noida. We are at the Hero Pavilion right now, one of the biggest here at the Auto Expo this year, and there's lots and lots of bikes on display, but the one I want to quickly show you is this one. The one that's getting all the attention is the Haster. Haster is a name that is derived from the Japanese word for demon, if you will. It's a big, powerful looking, demonic looking bike, and it's got a very smart frame that's been done in orange. The engine down there is a 620cc monster of an engine with 80 PS of power, and it's the styling on this bike that's really, really getting a lot of the attention here at Hero. The crowds are loving it.
Also on display, a Splendor Classic Pro Cafe Racer and a range of new scooters.
So we saw a number of launches from the Hero Group. In fact, 3 of them just in the scooter space. And this one is the most exciting one, the ZIR, as they call it, the 150cc scooter that's going to come out in the markets very soon. Also the Dare, targeted at the male scooter buyer. So you can see the contemporary design, especially from the front. And also a 110cc bike targeted at the female buyer called the Dash. So all 3 products are going to hit the Indian markets very soon.
TVS will launch the 110cc Scooty Zest by the end of March, while Yamaha is showing the 125cc Alpha. Piaggio has a big display where the Vespa S is the main draw. The squarish headlamp kinda tells you that this scooter targets the male buyer.
There's a whole range of all-electric scooters here from Lohia Auto, and I'll tell you what, in this day and age when fuel prices are soaring, that's something that always gets a lot of attention from the visitors. But it's not just the scooters, it's also this innovative 3-wheeler that you can see here. A lot of people can get into this one. It has a nice rural application as well. So it's not just about the big brands, it's not just about the glitz and glamour, it's also about very practical vehicles like this one.
And finally, a quick look at the celebrities who graced the expo. Kareena Kapoor unveiled DC Design's Tia small SUV and the bigger Eleron. Ranbir Kapoor was at Hero, Yami Gautam at GM, and Sachin Tendulkar took the covers of this.
The i8 from BMW is possibly one of the hottest cars here at the Auto Expo. Let's quickly welcome Philip Fonsar, who of course heads BMW's operations in India.
Hello.
Good to see you. And
good to see you. And welcome to the BMW Group stand.
Thank you so much. Yes, it is the BMW Group because we've of course got many creating excitement here as well. But this car, I mean, look at the crowds. Everybody wants a piece of the action when it comes to this car.
Understandable.
You knew that was going to be the case.
Yes. It's a fantastic car. It's the future of the super sports car. It's also the future of mobility because it's a BMW i8, and BMW i stands for Sustainable Premium Mobility. And we launched here on the Auto Expo yesterday this new brand, sub-brand from BMW, BMW i. And this car is a true brand shaper for this brand, BMW i, the BMW i8. So very often you have the conflict with super sports cars that fuel consumption is a little bit high, and
not the case with this one.
And not with this car. That's
case.
Really the conflict between fuel consumption and on the one side and super sports performance on the other side is here with this car solved.
All right, folks, that's pretty much a wrap on CNB this week. But we've got lots more from the Auto Expo. We simply couldn't have packed it all into one episode. So we will be back next week with more of that. Please wear your seatbelts. Please wear your helmets if you're on a two-wheeler. And don't use your cell phone if you're riding or driving. I will see you next week.